sorry. Hey guys, Annika here, back with another bathroom video. And for starters, I am so sorry that it took so long to get this up. I'm going to be talking about Meg the Stallion and how she got on IG and talked a lot about her experience, just giving us an update on how she's doing. She posted this video about 5 days ago, so I know my critique is probably a little late, but I was going through my own personal shit, but now I'm low-key back. I will say, fun fact, this is the first bathroom video where I'm actually using the bathroom, so the camera will stay up here. And let's just jump right into, it. Okay, Meg Thee Stallion. So first and foremost, we are super happy that she is okay. She confirmed that she was shot in both feet, and that's really sad to hear. I'm not sure if you guys watched her video. It was like 10 minutes long. If you can't find it on IG, you can definitely find it on YouTube really quickly. It's a quick watch. I recommend you go watch the entire thing. She talks about people making jokes. So that was something that was being talked about on YouTube as well, was that a lot of people made fun of her because she was shot in the feet, particularly black men. Posts from 50 Cent, Cameron, and even Drea, who is not a black man, she's a black woman, but Drea made a comment on a podcast that she features on. Basically, in a nutshell, I'm paraphrasing here, she says, she said something like, I wish a guy loved me so much to, want to shoot me, or something like that. Ouch. I know she was just joking, but how about we not? It was really amazing to me to see how many people, I guess, just didn't take this seriously, or didn't take her experience seriously enough to refrain from making jokes about it. I mean, as soon as it hit, the media airwaves, there were jokes coming out. It was people saying, well, she shouldn't have been hanging out with those people. This is her fault, this and that. And it's really sad to see that. But in particular, I'm really kind of upset, or I guess disappointed in Drea's comment. Like I said, I know she was just joking, but the joke that she made really does let me do this lightly. Drea used to be a Fenty ambassador for Rihanna. She's no longer a Fenty ambassador. After those comments that she made went viral, people took the Fenty and say, hey, how can you have someone like Drea representing your brand when she's making light of, violence against women? And she was removed by Fenty, by Rihanna's team. And I think that's great for them. I commend them for doing that and doing it in such a quick manner. However, Drea did apologize, things like that, but her sentiments to me were just very harmful, because people who are in actual abusive relationships, that's some of the logic that their abusers use against them. Like, I wouldn't hit you if I didn't love you. And I understand that there's a very weird culture where we as women kind of subscribe to this idea that if love isn't painful, it's not really worth it, whether it's emotional, mental, or physical abuse. So I did find her comments to be just careless, very, very careless, and she should not have just careless. I don't know Drea personally. I'm not really that familiar with her. I know she's from Philly, right? But just the comment in itself really doesn't do much for female empowerment, in my opinion. Moving on, Megan also talks about how people wanted her to give like a speedy response after being shot in the foot. And she's like, I was shot and I'm not ready to come on social media to talk about that right away. And that's completely understandable. I do think we just live in a culture where it's like, we get over things very quickly. So if you don't talk about it right away, we're over it, or we're going to start clowning you, or we're going to start making speculations. We're going to call you liar and this and that. And we really need to give people the time to breathe, to really process what they're going through. Megan was shot in the feet, in both feet. Like, she was shot. And maybe it's just, I don't want to make this about the black community, but we're so used to violence against black people, and in particular black women, that we just assume that, oh, she'll get shot. Now that she's shot, she just hop on IG and talk about it. And it's like, that's not how it works. And she should take as much time as she needs. Honestly, I was shocked that she even got on IG 5 days ago. I wasn't really expecting to hear anything from her, because I'm just going to make the argument that this is probably a traumatic experience and you may not want to talk about it. And She doesn't mention Tory Lanez in her IG story, and that's most likely on purpose. If she mentions the man that allegedly shot her, she'll probably be plagued with those questions for like a good majority of her career, and maybe it's just best that she doesn't. We saw how the media handled Rihanna after the Chris Brown and Rihanna incident back in the mid-2000s, and it just probably works out in her favor to not even say anything. But let me know how you guys feel about it. I feel like I'm kind of rushing through this, but we're having fun, we're talking, we're chatting. Something else that Meg mentioned in her video that really stuck out to me was protecting your energy, and that's a big thing in 2020, protecting your energy. And Meg is a millennial. She's 25, 24 or something like that. So I think she's correct. You gotta protect your energy. She's on like superstar, megastar status, and she doesn't have her parents or her grandparents, and she dealt with a grandparent. She dealt with a lot of death before the height of her success. So something that I really identified with is when she talks about, you know, surrounding yourself with people who really don't give a shit about you. And that's something that, you know, even I did or sometimes do when you're trying to mask the pain. And she has all this success, all this money, all this fame, and the people that probably influenced her the most aren't even around to see it. And that stuff, like her mother just passed away, what, like last year or 2 years ago? That's really heavy. And I can only imagine what she does to cope with that, and she's learning that, you know, maybe some coping mechanisms just aren't as great as others. I'm not a therapist, but I really appreciated her talking about, you know, yeah, I'm famous, but I don't have people around me, or I'm not surrounding myself with people that really give a shit about me, and I'm learning about that. And that goes for people who aren't even famous. That goes for us too. So I definitely, I really did agree with that. I don't say one last thing, but something else. If you guys watched it live, I noticed that a lot of the comments were like, "Oh, Meg, you're so strong, this and that," and I kind of, maybe I'm taking it too personally, but I feel like that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because I don't think, yeah, she's strong, but she shouldn't have to be strong. Like, I don't know, and maybe I don't think I'm articulating it the correct way, but I'm a little over us telling women that you're so strong for experiencing traumatic experiences and getting on a platform and talking about it, when it's like, you shouldn't have to be so strong because you shouldn't have gotten shot. Like, that to me is what I'm more concerned about. Like, I want to stop telling women, black women, that they're so strong after they've experienced something that was horrific. Like, and I think that plays a part into why people were like kind of impatient with her for not coming on social media and talking about her experience, because we expect women, black women, after experiencing a traumatic situation, to just bounce back and be a fucking superhero. And excuse my language, but like, I don't know, the comments on the IG about her being really strong, I know they came from a good place. I'm not saying, you know, these comments were negative, but can we just stop telling women that they're strong for experiencing shitty things? I think it, in some weird way, it kind of like affirms trauma. I don't know, maybe I'm just too sensitive, but let me know in the comments, y'all. Before I end this bathroom video, I'm sorry you guys can't see the rest of me. I am legit using the bathroom. Before I get done with this bathroom video, I want to talk about the ending. Towards the end of the video, she does comment on the fact that a lot of grown men were making jokes about her and commenting on her situation. I.e., like I said, 50 Cent put up a post. Cameron supposedly, allegedly made a comment about why she got shot and things like that. And this is more of a question for the black men. How do you guys feel about what she said? Because let's be honest, she's talking about black men when she says, you know, black men cracking jokes about her and how there's like really no respect, and like she's not expecting people to like feel sorry for her, but where's the respect for her really as a female and as a fellow black woman? Like, there's no code. And this is something that I've noticed. Please let's have a dialogue about this. I'm just posing this to Instagram. But something that I've noticed, especially in light of like the protests with like Black Lives Matter and women being on the front lines, protesting against police brutality, yada yada yada, Black women tend to see themselves or not see themselves, they tend to see their uncles, their brothers, and their cousins and like the victims, especially Black male victims of police brutality, whereas Black men don't. And not to derail, but she mentions like, what if your little sister got shot, or your girlfriend or your mom got shot? Would you be making those same jokes that you made about me? And I'm not a Black man, but I feel like no, they wouldn't be making those jokes if their sister or aunt got shot. But that's because, from what I've noticed, correct me if I'm wrong, Black men don't really see they don't see their relatives and other Black women the way that Black women see their relatives and other Black men. Does that make sense? Like, what I'm trying to say is, like, I've noticed that the reason why Black women might get on the front lines and protest, and something that I always hear, especially like when Trayvon Martin was shot, in Tamir Rice, Mike Brown, they would say like, that could have been my son, that could have been my brother, my cousin, my uncle, yeah, etc., etc. So it seems to me that Black women see their family in the victims, in these Black victims, whereas when it comes to Black women or Black men, they don't see their sisters and their mothers in us when something bad happens to us if we're non-related. Does that make sense? I think I'm not articulating it correctly, but let me know what you think in the comments. I just think I'm not trying to be divisive. I just think Black women tend to be a bit more race loyal when it comes to Black men, and Black men tend to be more gender loyal. I don't know. I'm just playing around with some concepts here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Annika's Bathroom Video, where we talk about Meg Thee Stallion. And let me know what you guys think. Feel free to DM me to have a dialogue or to comment below. Peace.